So this is Marvel's fourth try with the Fantastic Four. Did they finally shoot for the stars, or did they burn up on re-entry? Let's talk about it. What's going on? It's Trey here, and since you found me, you might as well hit the subscribe button and like for more content. So today we're going to be talking about Fantastic Four, the fourth installment, or fourth iteration rather. Marvel has had 3 different times to try this movie out with different reboots and remakes and sequels. But with this one, did they finally get it right? We'll talk more about that, so make sure you stick to the end. Directed by Matt Shakman, Fantastic Four stars Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Ebon Moss. This version of the movie sets itself apart early. This one is taking place on Earth 828, and it's not our average 616 in the MCU that we are used to. This version of the universe is styled in a 1960s type futuristic style, and while it's not flawless, it is intriguing. Starting with the plot of this film, the core plot, simple on the surface. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and the Thing face their most cosmic threat yet, and that being Galactus and the Silver Surfer. This isn't just a world-ending CGI slugfest. This is a story about a team already formed, one that already has established history, scars, and chemistry. You immediately already dropped into the world where they have already saved lives, built bonds, and made history. And now they're up against extinction level stakes. The acting and performances in this film, they were good to say the least. Let's get into some of the cast, because this is where things get a little interesting. I believe Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm is solid. She's easily the anchor of the team. She brings maturity, intelligence, and a maternal tone that grounds all the chaos. She's the one keeping it all together while Reed is stuck in his own head. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, even though I wasn't so fond on the casting at first, I believe he perfectly fits the character. His comedic timing lands but never becomes a distraction. It's light, natural, and adds the right energy without feeling like Marvel's usual quip factory. Ebon Moss as Ben Grimm, he did his job, but with heavy CGI covering most of his performance, there's not a lot for him to emote through. I loved his voice delivery, but he just gets overshadowed by others. Now, Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, let me be real. His performance is good. You could tell he clearly bought into the role, and you can see he took it all seriously. But I'm still not sold on him as Reed Richards. I don't feel the visual or emotional connection between him and the character from the source material. Honestly, it just felt like a desperate casting to me. He did what he could, but to me, he's just not that guy. He's a very strong actor, don't get me wrong, but wrong role. The tone of this film leans more into a sci-fi more than a comic book level film. And don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at that at all. With the tone of this film, you can think of Independence Day and Moonfall, sprinkle a little Armageddon into there, and that's pretty much what this movie is based upon. This film plays more like a disaster survival film rather than a cape flick. And honestly, that works to me, especially when the story leans into world-ending tension. But the tone is surprisingly mature. It's not trying to make you laugh every 3 minutes, which I enjoy. It wants you to feel the weight of the threat at hand, Galactus.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
The pacing and structure of this film, I must say, it stumbles a bit. The first 2 acts of the film move slow, but it's building the tension, setting the stakes, and it's also giving you world building around these heroes. If you're expecting immediate action, you will be waiting. But to be fair, you can tell this film is just laying the groundwork and foundation for what's to come, and that's Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. It's a character-first story, and in that sense, it definitely delivers. But the third act is where really all the action ramps up, and once it hits, it's definitely worth it. That being said, The action in this film, I believe they really let every member shine. Reed isn't just that stretchy dude. His brain is the real weapon. Sue's phasing and invisibility powers were used, especially during high-stake moments. And of course, you know, Ben Grimm as the Thing is a tank. And Johnny Storm as the Human Torch, he flames on with style. Although I do wish we saw more of his fireball effects, but I get the restraint in this film. Trust me, there's definitely more coming. Moving on next to the visuals and CGI, man, they're gorgeous. This film gives off that old futuristic tech mixed with vibrant cosmic imagery, and it gives the film a unique flavor. The interdimensional travel scenes as Silver Surfer glides through space with grace and menace. Galactus looks the part. He sounds the part. They did Galactus perfect. Now, although in some scenes the CGI isn't perfect, and you might notice it, but trust me, it doesn't pull you out the movie at all. But with all the good, there is some flaws and misses in this film. Like I said, for me, Pedro Pascal, he just doesn't fit Reed for me. And it's not because he acted poorly, because he didn't. It's just because it felt like a studio pick rather than a character fit. Some of the dialogue also falls flat, especially in Act 2, when the momentum slows and the writing doesn't quite hold up. One of my biggest issues mainly could have just been some of the tightening up in Act 2 and just a little bit more action. I mean, we are coming to see a comic book movie. For the comic book characters, their powers, abilities, and the fights. And I just wish this movie could have gave us a little bit more of that. But my final thoughts on Fantastic Four 2025, this movie isn't trying to be the best Marvel film. It's just trying to reestablish trust, trying to reintroduce these characters with care, world build with intent, and set the table for what's coming next. And yes, there's 2 post-credit scenes, and you might want to stay. But I believe this is a decent reintroduction to the Fantastic Four. It won't fully blow your mind, but it gives us a new dynamic, a unique tone, and a cosmic foundation. And while watching, you just have to be patient with it. But I would have to give Fantastic Four 2025 a 7.5 out of 10. Solid world building, great visuals, but pacing and casting hold it back just a bit. So let me know in the comments below. Do you guys agree? Did you love it? Or did this one not hit for you as well? Let me know in the comments. But be sure to like and subscribe on your way out if you haven't already. And I thank you for watching this far in the video. Be sure to follow for any more movie news, reviews, or anything of that nature, because it's possible. If you've seen it, I've seen it too.